Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday everybody. Bit of a change of location for me tonight. It is absolutely Baltic tonight in Invercargill. So I'm babysitting. The wife's gone out to get some groceries, so I'll take the opportunity to do my Homebrew Wednesday in the old living room. Righty ho, before we get through too much I'm going to have a beer. It's been one of those days. Flat out. So, what we're going to try? Coffee Stout. It's only been 3.5 weeks in the bottle. I know, bottle conditioning and all that. Probably needs another 4 weeks. Can't resist though. I got to give it a go. Got to give this one a go. I've been looking forward to this. The only concern I have with this, before I get too much into it, I put 4 shots of espresso coffee in it from my coffee machine. Might have been too many. Ever since I put the 4 in, I was going, what was I thinking that day? 2 would have been plenty. I love coffee. I absolutely do, but I may have overpowered it with those 4 shots. Who knows? I could be overthinking it. I tend to. Right. Good wee hiss. Nice bit of smoke. Everything. Whoa. Yeah, I can definitely smell the coffee. I can smell the hops in there too. About 2 minutes to the boil. I had Cascade chucked in here. Man, they add another dimension. Like in an IPA, you know, Cascade can be really grapefruity, I reckon. But I can tell they're there, but it's no grapefruit, which is a good thing. It's a stout, it shouldn't be grapefruit. Right, let's give it a pour. As you can probably tell, I'm in a babble mood, is that a word? It's just been a very busy day for me. Right. Okay. Needed a bit more of a head than that. I could have poured it out a bit more aggressively, I think, but okay, so the head's not like a stout, is it? You want a good 2-finger head for a stout. We haven't quite got there, but look, it is as black as night. That's a good thing. Alright, let's give her another sniff now. It's out of the bottle. Yum, yum. Definitely smells like a stout. Definitely smells that real malty. And you just got that coffee. And you got those hops. Oh, yum. Right, I'm going to dive in. Cheers, everyone. This is one of those, did I actually brew this moment? This is great, man. I was concerned about the coffee, too much coffee. No, that's spot on. That is exactly to my taste. That is. Oh, who's that other YouTuber? Sam Lukerman? Sam Lukerman. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. He's quite entertaining. But he likes to say every time he has a beer, it makes the badness go away. Tonight, I've got to agree, the badness is gone. Wow. All grain brew of the coffee stout. I use the brew in the bag method, if you haven't already known that. And well, yeah, this is great. Right, I guess we've got to move on. I could just talk and drink this, but that's not entertaining at all. I'm not that entertaining, period. But one more. Oh, that was great. That's really good. Better than I thought it was going to be, actually. Way better. That's good. Right. What else? What are we going to talk about today? That's the coffee stout. We've dealt with that. First thing off the list. Second, I bottled up the Pilsner last night. That took a way long time to ferment out. It was near on 3 weeks to ferment out there. Now, it was just a dry yeast I used. It was a safe yeast, lager strain, S23 I think it is, I forget offhand. Excuse me. Now, yeah, it took 3 weeks to ferment out. Now half that reason was I was fermenting too low. 11 degrees I had it. Is it the least that was at the bottom of the yeast tolerance? I did rehydrate the yeast and all the rest of it. It was just too low for it. I've previously done that kit before and I fermented out at 14 degrees. And it fermented out fully, I had no problems. This one stalled at 1018, which for a Pilsner is way too high. It normally gets around 1012, that one, because there's a lot of non-fermentables in it. So, what did I do? I roused the yeast. The first time I'd done it, so I took the lid off the bucket and gently stirred the yeast, not to put any oxygen in it, but just to lift the bottom troop, the bottom yeast up and through out of suspension. Put the lid back on and I upped it 2 degrees as well. And sure enough, it started up again, which was relief. So I left it another week, checked the gravity. Sure enough, it was down to 2014, which was great. And I thought, cool. Then and I was going to bottle in a couple of days. I checked it again. It went down to 2012 and stayed there. So I was pretty pleased about that. I was pretty pleased that I got it going again. When things go wrong with brewing, it's nice to know that sort of you can fix things sometimes. So that was a minor problem, but I feel pretty happy that I managed to actually, you know, and I didn't make the decision where I bottled it too high and then had bottle bombs. So yeah, great, that was awesome. I don't know if it's annoying you, but it's annoying me. See that picture? It looks crooked in the background. There. It's not. It's dead on straight. I even checked it with a level. It's just the angle I've got the camera on at the moment. So bear with me there. Sorry, off track. Right, back on track. Father's Day. I hope everyone got some lovely gifts from their wives or partners, and so forth. Shouldn't be so old-fashioned. My wife got me this book, Yeast. The Practical Guide to Beer Fermentation. I just can't believe how much information is in this book. Now, I've only read the sections that I am really interested in at the moment, and that is obviously yeast starter, reusing yeast, setting up a lab, you know, and that's just touching on a few chapters on here. This is just packed full of information. I really recommend it for you brewers out there who really want to get the best out of their yeast and out of what are they doing wrong. I've only had this a few days. From what I've been reading of it, you probably figured it out from my coffee stout because that didn't attenuate down fully either. That stopped quite high. I'm an underpitcher, a big underpitcher. I've never made a yeast starter. I just chuck the dry yeast in or rehydrate it. Like a bit of a bell end, really. But so yeah, underpitcher. That's me. And I've got a few questions on that too. That I'm going to put it out to you guys. Right. So I've been reading this book, and I've been looking at yeast starters on YouTube as well. Now, bit of contradictory information. I tend to think I'm going to go for this, but I'm going to put it out there, see how you guys make up your yeast starters and what volumes you make up your yeast starters. So, brew day is Saturday for me this week. It'll be my Irish Red. I was meant to do it last week, but my Pilsner hadn't attenuated down enough and finished fermenting. Now it has, and it's in the bottle, so it's brew day this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. Saturday around 8 o'clock once the kids are in bed. Can't brew when the kids are up because I use a big pot on the deck. Safety, would hate to, safety first. So yeah, my brew day of the Irish Red is Saturday. Pretty excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Got it all. It's all ready, and I've got all my grains. The yeast is in the fridge. I'm all happy with that. I'm going to make a yeast starter for this. I haven't made a yeast starter before. And coming back to the book now, in the book there, it says for a yeast starter, it goes on the ratio of 1 gram of dried malt extract for every 10 millilitres of water. So, what that works out to be is for a 2 litre starter, 2 litres of water, that is, to do the math, 200 grams of dried malt extract. Okay, yep, I read that and I thought, oh yeah, fair enough. I watched a couple of wee bits on YouTube, and you know, the ratio was different, and it seemed to be different across the board. So I just want it. You guys that have made heaps of yeast starters out there, I just want a little bit of clarity, if I can, a bit of help there. Because that was what I was thinking, yep, cool, that's what I'll do. The ratio on YouTube that I've found that's been quite common is 125 grams of dried malt extract for 600 millilitres to a litre of water, or 250 grams of dried malt extract to 1.2 to 1.5 litres of water. Quite a different ratio. So yeah, in the comments, if you don't mind, if you get back to me on that would be great. I've also gone on to a yeast pitching calculator, Mr. Maltese. Now, I've put in all the information there for it, so my start gravity will round about be 1.044 for a volume of 23 litres, and it's an ale, and they have suggested that my volume of my starter is going to be 1 litre, 0.72. So, basic maths, that's 172 grams of dried malt extract to make that up. Now, from what I've been reading in the yeast book, that's going to bring me of a yeast starter gravity of around 1.020 to 1.030, a low starting gravity, which they don't stress the yeast out and make it grow, yada yada yada. I will make that up on Friday night, Friday afternoon, sort of 4 o'clock-ish, and I'll be pitching it on the Saturday. Probably, I'll start my brew day at 8 o'clock at night, so I'll probably be pitching at midnight. It said 18 to 24 hours, sort of optimum. So it's going to get a bit more than that. I even might make it later on the Friday. But please, comments, what do you reckon? Am I making a huge mistake? Because I think that's what I'm going to do at the moment. I'm going to follow the 1 gram of dried malt extract for 10 millilitres of water. So I'll probably do the 1 litre 0.72 of water to the 172 grams of dried malt extract. I'll also use a bit of yeast nutrient as well, just to get everything going. But again, I'm breaking new ground. Never made a yeast starter. This is my first yeast starter. Please let me know what you do. Am I making a huge mistake? Am I making it way too big? But everything I've read seems to think that that's the right size. It struck me as being odd that it was that big. Oh, excuse me a minute, I need another beer. Need another drink of this beauty. Oh. Sure, that's nice. Oh, it's such a cold night here too. That's just perfect right now. Oh. Just as well, because I've got no light beer left, so I've got a dark beer. So, sorry about tonight. It's been a bit of a ramble, really. So, that's really all I've got for tonight. If you could help me with the yeast starter situation, have I been talking about my yeast starter plans and you've been going, no, huge mistakes? Let me know. Or if you think, no, you'll be sweet as, that would be, let me know too, give me a bit of confidence. If I don't hear anything, that is what I'm going to plan to do. Make up my starter at a litre 0.72 with 172 grams of dried malt extract. Seems really big, but she'll be right. Yeah, hey, can't go wrong. It will multiply. Apparently I need 188 billion. Yeah. I'm starting with 100 billion out of the vial. So, yeah, happy days, all new stuff for me. Loving it though, loving it. In my quest to make the best beer ever, it all starts with the yeast. You've got to get the yeast right. You all agree with that. Alright, cheers guys. Have a great end of your homebrew Wednesday. We're getting on to 9 o'clock. So take care everyone. Catch ya. Bye bye.